All right, Liz, so this is going to be the recording for your mobility and rest / recovery days. You can obviously mix in whatever other recovery you want to do, your foam rolling, the rope flow. These is just going to be generally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements. We want you to start to incorporate. They're not, it's nothing crazy. It should take you maybe 10, 15 minutes. You can break it up however you want, as long as you're getting most of this done. Okay, so first one, we're doing calf raises with a band. So let's get this set up. Sorry about the sweaty appearance. It is like 105 degrees up here, but let's get you here. So you need a light band and somewhere to anchor it. We're going to start off anchoring on the front like this with the band, just for continuity's sake. So put this here. Band's going to be wrapped around the front of your foot, pulling backwards. So that while you're doing your calf raises, it's pulling down. You would go up and down with that band, really pulling backwards. This is going to help create some space in the ankle. You can be balanced on one foot. You can have the other foot just touching the ground. Do about 5 on each position. So we're going to do 5 really controlled calf raises, feeling the foot engage. Do another 5 on the opposite foot. Same thing with the band right out in front, pulling backwards. You want to be up on a ledge so that your heel has the option to dip down a bit. Really slow, nice and controlled. Once you're done with those 5, we want the band now to pull. We had it on the front, pulling back. We're going to move so that the band's pulling, it's looped around the foot, pulling out. So that's going to look somewhat like this. Step in, step out. Band is pulling out this way. On the ledge. You can practice going both to parallel with the ground as if you were flat foot standing, or dipping that heel down off the edge a little bit. So both are going to be good. Just going to target a little bit different things. The ability to go from flat foot to up on the flexed pointed toes is very important. So we're going to do 5, about 5, 6 on each side of each foot. Same thing here. Band is pulling my foot out to the side. So same thing. Do about a couple flat-footed. Focus on the whole body, really working well together. Feel where you're tense, where you're loose. You're going to do the same thing, just the opposite, where band's on the outside edge of the foot, pulling in. So just turn around to the other side, and you'll be good to go. So it's going to work on some of those stabilizers in here. On both sides, about maybe 5, 6 reps. And pulling. Tripod connection. Even if you're not grounded in the heel, like if your heel's hanging, still imagine that there is a tripod connection on the foot. Still feel that part of your heel working. Feel the glutes coming on to support you. Feel your core engaged and relaxed, ribs open, neck relaxed. Perfect. And the same thing, last part is backwards, so that the thing's pulling you forward. So just the 4 sides of the foot. On both sides. So that's the first exercise. You know, you can play around with that, see how that feels for your ankles. You might not need to do it every day. Just see what feels good for you. Roll it out when you need to. Next one is the 3-position lunge hold. So you're gonna be taking this. If you have a broomstick or something to give you some more balance, great. If not, it's okay. We're gonna step out into a lunge. Match your, slightly forward lean with the hips. And you're gonna make sure you're not collapsing into that ankle. You're propped up in the ankle, 3 points of contact, 3 points of contact on both feet. This is position 1. You're gonna come down, bring that back knee down. Back knee comes down, this knee comes forward. This is number 2. Gonna hold in there, couple seconds, down and forward. Hold in here a couple seconds, and come up. All right, I'll show you on the other side. We're here, step back into a lunge. We're straight here. We're gonna go down. See how both feet move at the same time. There we go, hold, breathing, sink, boom, holding and breathing. This back leg is strong, it's long, it's behind the hips, strengthening and lengthening that psoas and the hip flexors. And come up. Again, we're here. Down. Back knee comes straight down. Front knee sinks forward, hips go down and forward. Down, forward, forward, and up. That's it. Maybe do 3, 4 on each side. I'll do one more from the front so you can see it. So not in line here, we're shoulder width. Step back. We're going to be standing. We're going to sink 1 knee forward, 1 knee down. Hold, down, hold, down, hold. Really opening and strengthening the front of the hips in a long position rather than just a flexed position. All right, getting there. All right. This one's great if you have a kettlebell. If not, it can be done with a band. Or, so basically, if you have any weight of kettlebell or some sort of weight that can be on the top of your foot. So essentially what we're doing is this. We're on a little ledge, balancing on one foot. We're gonna keep the legs relatively straight. Hike, drop one side of the hip so your heel goes towards the ground. Then you're gonna hike the hips and flex the leg. And down, let the hip drop on one side. Hike. This pelvis comes up, this one goes down. And then raise. Go down, touch, hike, raise. So the other side. You can do this with body weight too, it's great. What you really just do, if you wanted to add weight, is slide your foot through the loop on the kettlebell to give you some resistance in the hip flexors a little bit, but works great either way. You want your edge of your foot right up against the edge of whatever you're standing on. Same thing here. Hip goes down, this hip comes up, the other one's driving down, and then you flex, relax, hips go like this, and reverse, hips first, then leg comes down, then the hips, leg, hips, all right? All right. Do like that. We can try, we've done this one before. We can try this one again, the kneeling pelvic layback. Just again, we're on our knees. Find your as is, that little pelvic bone, find your pelvis, squeeze it so that as you come back, you're not leaning, you're not moving your chest and head, you are just moving the pelvis. Even right here, I feel a good stretch in the quads. You're using the glutes to pull the pelvis back, the glutes and the hamstrings. Lean back and forward. So you can use your hands to feel the pelvis, making sure you're actually moving your pelvis along all these. And once you feel it, you can let your hands go. We'll do a few like that. Just lean back, hold, breathing, hold it, come forward. Do maybe 5 or 6 of those as well. All right, and lastly, I don't have a tissue on me, but I have a bag. I'm gonna do the same kind of thing. I'm gonna lay down at 90-90, right? And in this 90-90 position, same as before, if you need something for your tilt, put a pillow under your hips or under your back. You're gonna be in this 90 degrees. You're gonna grab the tissue with your foot, and you are going to flex and point, flex and point. Nice and slow. You're not trying to really feel. Well, you'll feel it in your feet because your feet are getting stronger, getting used like they don't usually get used. Holding it. Try and keep the grip. It's okay if it slips out of your foot. Put it back and try again. And as you start to notice, you can notice little changes. Like right now, I feel deep in my ankle, my calf, working quite a bit. And I even feel it up through the front of the thigh. As you start to get more and more in tune with your body, you can even feel it in the psoas, in the hips, in the chest. But for now, it's meant to be not a crazy hard exercise. You'll feel it in your feet for sure, but just go lightly. Notice where it's tense, where your body wants to open up. Let's do like 10 flex and points. So we go 1, flex and point is 1, point, flex 2, point, flex 3. So I'm noticing I'm dropping it, I'll reset, put in my grip again. Do maybe 10 of those on each foot. And then we'll move on from just pointing and flexing to making ankle circles. So same thing, grab that tissue or towel with your foot, 90-90, and we're gonna make circles in each direction. We'll do 6 in each direction. It's okay if your foot starts to cramp up. Relax, give it a little break, let it recover, and then complete the repetitions. Lastly, we've done these standing, but we want to do them seated also. So we're doing a leg cycling. So we're here, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. We're pulling the knee, the ankle, everything's flexing. And then we're extending all at the same time, extending. Pointed toes, straight knee, straight hip. And we're flexing and pulling at the same time. Extend. So we work on that triple extension, hip, knee, ankle. And triple flexion, getting this to all work together. Maybe 5 to 10 on each leg. As if you're here like this, we want all of it to flex. Not like this, not like this. Flexion at all 3 joints so that when you push, push. they're working together. So same thing on both sides. Leg down just so you can see. Push, flex, push, flex, push, flex, push, flex, push, flex. All right. And that will conclude the movements, just to get your lower body starting to work together, unwound a little bit. You can throw in some rope flow if you'd like, and we'll start building on this after our next session. So enjoy.